What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran giving you that Friday energy on a Monday. It is Monday, February 1st. Wow, we finally made it to February. It felt like January was the longest month ever, 2020. What? You didn't think
I disagree. I feel like January went so fast.
Oh, really? I felt like we've been stuck in January for too dang long. Maybe because 2020 flew by, that January just felt like it was dragging out. But it's February. It's one of those things, February. It doesn't sound right. It sounds like it should be February.
February.
Yeah. But but I feel like the pronunciation of it, because of the way it's spelled, you know what I mean?
Yes, but you don't say that first R.
February.
When you say February.
February. I feel like I've been trying to use that first R. I feel like I've been trying to use it, and I don't know why.
You definitely don't need to use it. I don't think anyone says February.
Okay, good. Because it sounded like I just did in the beginning, and I want to take it back. I don't know why I was trying to use the R in February. See, I'm doing it again. It's one of those things. You're good. It's February. I think you can just, no one will complain about that. Okay, perfect. It's February 1st. Francesca,
welcome to February, everyone. It's a cold weekend, very cold in Manhattan. Didn't do anything. Didn't leave the house really at all. Made some turkey chili. Other than that, nothing. Straight up did nothing else. Oh, I did watch this weekend, and it was really good. And, we have Priyanka coming up on the show in a couple weeks. She released The White Tiger, the Netflix movie. Fantastic movie. Really, really good. I knew that it was going to be good. It's got tons of really good reviews, but I watched it over the weekend. It was a fantastic movie, and she was really good in it. I was impressed.
I have not watched yet, but I will watch. I will get to it. I also did nothing. It's too cold to do anything, really. It's fucking freezing. It's one of those, it's gotten to the point where you can't even take a shower without feeling so cold after. I hate that. I have a towel warmer, though, which helps me with that. But it's just too cold to do anything at all.
Yeah, I give the New Yorkers so much credit for the ones who were still outdoor dining this weekend when it was like 15 degrees. Impressive. That's some dedication. I suffer in the cold. I don't do well in the cold. My extremities get very, very cold very quickly. And it's harder. Even I've got a little fire pit situation, and gotta keep my hands like over the fire at all times.
Yeah, so that they basically burn off. But
keep them nice and warm.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I think it's time to get into the topics. I don't think that this week was really popping off with the drama like we usually like, but there are some
quiet weekend.
Topics. Yeah, it's a quiet weekend. And, people, it's too cold to do anything. People aren't causing drama because it's too cold. Like we said, it's too cold to do anything, including drama. But I think it's time to get into the topics. We have Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly. People thought they were engaged. That's not right. Megan Fox cleared that up on her Instagram. We also talk about Fate, the Winx Saga on Netflix. A little drama between A-Rod randomly and Madison from Southern Charm. Once again, Madison's in the mix. I don't know how A-Rod got involved, but now he's involved. This story just goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And we got the trailer for Keeping Up with the Kardashians, their series finale. The show is coming to an end, and the trailer, of course, we both cried at. So let's get into it, starting off with Megan Fox and MGK. Rumors were swirling this past weekend that Megan Fox and MGK were engaged because people saw Megan Fox sporting a ring on that finger, that finger that you wear a ring on when you get engaged. Turns out that's not the case because Megan Fox cleared it up on her Instagram story, posting a picture of her wearing a ring that says "fuck you" on that finger. So it was a good fuck you to all of us for believing that she might be engaged to MGK.
It was a great response. It's a great way to say, hey, you guys all thought I was engaged. Nope, wrong. Fuck you. Here's the ring on my finger. It says, straight up says, fuck you on it. I think that no matter who it is, when it is, what happens, you walk out, you're in a relationship or even not in a relationship. If you have a big ass ring on just your left ring finger, everybody's going to freak out. Everybody's going to assume things and assume that was an engagement or something of the sort. Now she says that's not true. But you know what? How could she be mad at us? That's what it looked like. You got a big ring, looks possibly like a diamond on that finger. You're madly in love. Your stars are obsessed with each other. So it's like, why, it very much could have been an engagement ring. She says it's not, but it could have been.
It could have been because of the picture, but I feel like it would have been crazy for it to be that. Like, I wasn't totally convinced that they were engaged because I don't think that her divorce with Brian Austin Green is even finalized. Like, the ink on the paper didn't even dry yet between the two of them. I don't know why people would think
matter. I don't think that matters at all.
I really do. I think it does matter when it's such a public relationship and then all of a sudden, boom, she's just going to be engaged to Machine Gun Kelly. Like, I don't think Machine Gun Kelly's ready to settle down and be a husband for Megan Fox. I don't know why, but I just get this feeling that they're not headed there just yet. She was just married. I think it would be silly to jump into another marriage so fast. It's kind of like what people are saying. People thought Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles were engaged this weekend too. People just love throwing out engagement rumors. They're just like, oh, those two are dating. Boom, they're engaged. That would also be crazy if Olivia Wilde just ended her marriage with Jason Sudeikis and then married Harry Styles, like just because he's Harry Styles, just because he's Machine Gun Kelly. I don't think it makes sense. I feel like they both have more respect for their ex-husbands. I think Megan Fox would wait just a little bit more before getting engaged to Machine Gun Kelly.
I don't think she gives a fuck, to be completely honest. I don't see that. I think she would really just consider her relationship with MGK. She and Brian Austin Green broke up, got back together so many times that it's like, I don't think that plays a factor. And maybe if Brian Austin Green was sitting at home, woe is me, the whole thing like he was doing at the beginning. But Brian Austin Green is out. He's on vacations. He's kissing Sharna Burgess in all of his photos. Like he's moved on. He has, I don't know. We haven't even really talked about it, but he has been dating Sharna from Dancing with the Stars. And the two of them are what seems to be obsessed with each other too. They went on this lovely vacation in the middle of January. She's got pictures of them kissing on her Instagram with him as the caption with like lippy face kisses. She's got a couple posts with him. They went out, like I said, they seemed like they went on a very lovely vacation. And so I just think he has appeared to have moved on. Does that mean Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly would need to rush an engagement? Absolutely not. But the way that they spoke about each other and still continue to speak about each other, about their connection and everything that went down between them, I really would not have been surprised if that was real, was an engagement ring. They haven't spoken about another person like that ever, the way they talk about each other. So it could have been possible, but obviously Megan Fox, when she puts out a statement, that's the truth. And she basically told us all to go fuck ourselves. So, it made me like Megan Fox even more. You tell me to fuck off, Megan Fox, I love you. It's perfectly fine by me. Yeah, exactly. When she makes a statement like that, you just have to respect it because it makes sense. It makes sense. And they were both tons of pictures of them in New York. MGK was on Saturday Night Live, and it just wasn't what we expected when it came to the ring situation, but that's okay. I do think that they will get engaged at some point this year.
I don't know about that. That's a good guess, but I for some reason feel like why would they? Like, I get it. Celebrities, they get engaged so fast and it's like, just the thing to do. But at the same time, I'm like, why would they force that engagement? Because it seems like that's the downfall. Like, I feel like Pete Davidson would tell Machine Gun Kelly, bro, don't do it. Like, you don't want to get engaged that fast because it's all going to come crashing down. So
possibly. That's true. It's possible, but I don't know. Something about these two, I don't think they'll be able to resist if MGK decides that he wants to. Has he been married before?
No, but he has a daughter.
Yes. So I don't know. Unless you're like a big time anti-marriage guy, I think you want to be married at least once. So I think
and
maybe different for Megan Fox because she's been through it before. So I could see Megan being like, maybe I'm done with marriage. I don't want to be married again. But on the other side of that, perhaps, MGK wants to walk down the aisle. Could be a dream of his that he hasn't had. He's still very young, so.
With Megan Fox specifically, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like he's still marrying fucking Megan Fox. If that's
MGK wasn't proposing to Summer Rae when he was dating her. He's thinking about proposing to Megan Fox, though. The trailer for the final season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians was released. Of course, the song that they used was Sign of the Times, Harry Styles. This time was not a Kanye song, which just goes to show where Kim and Kanye are at, and also goes to show where Kendall and Harry are at. I love that they're friends. I love that Harry respects the family. They respect Harry. They get to use the song. Love to see it.
I would love to know the business side of this. How much did they have to dish out to get Sign of the Times?
Millions.
Unless it had to have been an insane amount coming from people who have dealt with trying to put songs in videos and whatnot. That shit is expensive. So
it's a pain in the ass.
It is expensive as hell. So to put Sign of the Times into the trailer like that, must have been quite a deal. Harry, it's the perfect song for it because it does seem like such an emotional trailer. We both, like you said, teary-eyed at the end. I was sitting at our desk. I looked over at Rhea and was like, why? Look at my eyes. I was like, look at my eyes. Why am I getting teary-eyed at the end of the Kardashians? It's not like we're never going to see them again. But anytime Kris and Kim get so emotional, because I do feel like sometimes they hide their emotions the most. When you see them go full ugly cry, and Kim was laughing about it, her couldn't finish the show without another full ugly cry. And it gets you emotional. They've been with this the cast. I'm like, the cast is their friggin' family. They've been with the crew for forever. They have been a family unit with their, production team and everything. So they were very emotional seeing it come to an end. And I think we're going to get some fun tidbits that we weren't expecting. Hopefully, like we said, we think that they saved a lot of drama for this last season and didn't let didn't share as much on social media about what was going on and, all the Kanye stuff. So hopefully it's a juicy final season because the trailer sure made it look good.
I think it is going to be juicy. Like you said, there hasn't been much in the news about them besides Kim and Kanye. They're getting a divorce, obviously. We see Scott and Kourtney flirting, but we don't really know the details of Kim and Kanye's divorce. And I think that's for a reason. I think if they wanted us to know them, we would. Yep. And I think because they don't want us to watch anything or see anything before that season comes out, that's why everything has been hush hush. I think we're going to see it all on the show, which I am so excited to see. Obviously, not rooting for Kim and Kanye's downfall, but to watch it on a final season where it's not spoiled, we don't know what really happened, is exciting to see. We also see Scott and Kourtney joking around with each other. Everyone needs to stop getting their hopes up. Everyone listen to me. Stop getting your hopes up that Kourtney and Scott are back together just because you saw them laying on the couch together in the trailer. That's what they want us to think, but it's not true. We know Scott is with Amelia Gray. We know Kourtney is with Travis Barker. We know these two aren't together. So let's stop crushing our own hearts and falling into these traps. I saw so many TikToks being like, look at them speaking. And it's like, they're not together, okay? We want them to be, obviously, but they're just not. We also got an Addison Rae cameo, which we all I think saw coming, but at the same time was surprised at, because the jokes were there. We were joking about Addison Rae being on the show. Everyone was like, oh, Addison Rae is, making sure she gets that prime spot on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Ooh, Addison Rae is hanging out with Kourtney to get that FaceTime. But then they actually showed her in the trailer, which is awesome. Like, that's just cool to be Addison Rae and be a fan of the Kardashians growing up. And then their final season, you made it enough to be friends with them that you are now in the trailer of the final season. And they know people are going to watch. People would watch anyway, but even more people are going to watch knowing Addison Rae may make a cameo here and there in a few episodes.
For sure. You grab the younger crowd who maybe doesn't watch the actual, Kardashian show, who want to see Addison Rae. And we always joked that there was it felt like a grooming situation. Addison Rae is growing up to be that next big reality star. And it does kind of seem like, look, the Kardashians are going to be leaving E. Here's them giving Addison Rae a little taste of the reality TV life. And then maybe Addison is the next one to get a show on E or something like that, where, we're following around her life. Kourtney's kind of showing her the ropes. Maybe Kourtney, people were saying that, maybe Chris and whoever have already drawn up the plans for how Addison Rae can make that transition and support her in that. So it looks like we are going to get a lot of fun cameos. Honestly, a little behind the scenes of the Kourtney and Addison friendship would be very interesting to watch. I would love to see how they actually interact with each other in real life, and not just because we really only see photos of them, so actually seeing them.
Well, they've done YouTube videos together.
Yeah.
So we've seen a little bit.
That's true. But I'm just thinking in more of a casual setting, which I mean, they're obviously filming their reality show, which is not that casual, but I feel like they at least try and act like the cameras aren't there all the time when they film Kardashians, but definitely some good cameos. We're going to get some Rob. I hope I just want, like you said, want the best for Rob. And another thing about Kourtney and Scott, they must, I believe they just took some trip for Stormi's birthday. So Stormi got some, tropical vacation, and Kourtney is looking fantastic. Like, she's dropping some social media heat right now, major heat, where it's like, okay, girl, we see you. I feel like she's new. Maybe she's just feeling herself. She's in love. She's got a new romance going on. She looks absolutely fantastic.
Kourtney Kardashian, listen, they're all obviously gorgeous, but we need to factor in the work and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean anything. Just because you get work done doesn't take away from the fact that you're beautiful. They're obviously beautiful with or without it. But Kourtney Kardashian needs the credit where it's due, because she is the oldest and she looks fucking amazing. Like, she looks the best compared to all of them. I mean, like I said, it sounds stupid because they are all unbelievable. Yeah. But Kourtney Kardashian, she just looks real. Like her face looks real. Her body looks real. Seems like she treats her body right. She looks fantastic. Like, she just looks so good, Kourtney Kardashian. She just looks so good. I can't say it enough. Her bikini pictures, her body in general. It sounds creepy to just keep being like her body, but like her body is just incredible. And you say that about all of them because obviously they all have incredible bodies, but there's something about Kourtney's that just looks a little bit more real. Yeah. But also like she's so in shape and just looks so healthy.
Yeah. And I also think because we know how specific Kourtney is with what she puts into her body and how, what she eats and all those kinds of things, that it makes more sense. But yeah, her last few Instagram posts have been a kind of unreal. So she definitely is feeling it. Good for her. She looks fantastic. And the last thing with the trailer was Khloe. I think everybody was talking about Khloe saying, she wants another baby, and Tristan Thompson, everything. And look, she and Tristan look like they are in a good place right now. she got a welcome home that would look beautiful. All the balloons in her house and the welcome home sign. And, you know, she wrote thank you TT on her Instagram story. So it seems like she and Tristan are in a good place. And from the trailer, it looks like they're discussing having another child, growing their family together. She wants True to have siblings.
Listen, I'm going to not say much about Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian because I don't love Tristan Thompson. So I can't be like, fair. Yes, go do it. I mean, of course, if she wants to have more kids, yeah, go do it. That's your choice. No one should stop you. But I just don't trust him. I don't know how they do. I don't even know him. But I'm like, I don't trust him. I don't know the man at all.
Yeah. He doesn't seem very trustworthy, but he has clearly gotten back into her good graces. And I understand from her perspective, she grew up in a big family and she sees Kourtney's kids and, you know, their siblings and Kim's kids and, you know, their 4 kids. And I think she wants True to have that kind of family dynamic also. And so therefore, here we go. True gets some siblings. I hope so, because I think Khloe seems like such, and not that any of them don't, but Khloe seems like such a great mom that if she wants to have a bucket load of kids with Tristan Thompson, fucking go for it. Really exciting, guys. The big game is right around the corner. Everybody is pumped. And you know what? Everyone loves the game, but they also love the commercials. The commercials are a huge part, and Coors has wanted to make the best commercial yet, the most refreshing ad of all time. They have been working with the world-renowned dream psychologist, Dr. Deirdre Barrett, and a team of visual artists to make this happen. They conducted an experiment where participants watched a refreshing, trippy 2-minute video and then fell asleep to an 8-hour-long relaxing audio soundscape. This worked. They actually dreamed refreshing Coors ads. So if you want to try this for yourself, there's nothing more refreshing than Coors Seltzer. You know, the Coors Seltzers are so refreshing, so light, so crisp, so delicious, and it's exceptionally good when you pair it with a great commercial. So you can, yourself, you can experience this. The Coors Dream experience is available now. Go to CoorsBigGameDream.com to experience the first big game commercial that you have to fall asleep to watch. Watch the virtual dream stimulus from the comfort of your bed and dream your way into your very own big game commercial. Coors wants to hear about those dreams. You can tag them on social at Coors Light and use the hashtag CoorsBigGameDream. Once again, go to CoorsBigGameDream.com and experience the first big game ad that only runs in your dreams. And always remember to celebrate responsibly. This is coming from the Coors Brewing Company in Golden, Colorado and Fort Worth, Texas. This weekend, rumors were swirling around Madison LaCroix once again from Southern Charm. The Southern Charm reunion set off quite a reaction from all of them going at it, and Craig coming at Madison, and Austin getting involved, and Craig accusing Madison of sleeping with married men, sleeping with ex-MLB players, sleeping with married ex-MLB player. The semantics of it were interesting because people were like, well, did he say she slept with married men and ex-MLB players, or was it like married ex-MLB players? So it got intense. It did seem like Andy knew who it was, or everyone was talking about Craig whispering a name, or maybe you heard it, there were some bleeps, and it just all spiraled out of control with everyone on the internet this weekend trying to guess who the person is that they were talking about. And it seemed like the name getting thrown around the most is A-Rod.
Yeah, and it didn't help that A-Rod liked her photos and then unliked them. So it all points to A-Rod, and this is not the first time A-Rod has been brought up in a cheating scandal of some sort. Now, I don't know if it's because people want to tarnish A-Rod's name because he's A-Rod and he's with J-Lo, and, you know, people will make up rumors about celebrity couples because they want them to fall apart. or if it's because A-Rod is actually cheating on J-Lo and does this often. I can't really decide. I'm feeling conflicted about it. I want to believe A-Rod's a good guy and that him and J-Lo have this strong connection. Her poppy. I don't know. I feel like A-Rod liking Madison from Southern Charms pictures is something that I'm not cool with, and J-Lo shouldn't be either. Like, why are you liking this random reality star's pictures? Also, what is with people always fucking the same girl? Like Madison, right? You got Jay Cutler, A-Rod, this person, that person. Yeah. There are millions of girls on the planet, and they all go for Madison from Southern Charm. And that's, she's a beautiful girl. I get it. But at the same time, there's millions of beautiful girls out there. Why does it always seem like once somebody fucks somebody, it all comes out that everybody's fucking that person? Like, why Madison from Southern Charm? I don't get it.
I'm not quite
throwing
sure
the most
either.
shots out there. Is she the one that's like throwing it out there the most and people are responding? Maybe that's what's got to happen. I don't know.
It was just 2 weeks of quite some drama surrounding Madison. And look, it's tough because there are so many rumors. And when you are so high profile, like A-Rod and J-Lo, there's so many stories that follow you. You hear rumors that A-Rod and J-Lo are swingers anyway. So why does it matter? Like, they have some kind of arrangement, or J-Lo doesn't know. Like, there's rumors about every single possibility. So it's like you can choose to believe what you choose to believe. But there has been a lot of people saying like, oh, A-Rod, he follows my friend. She's a fitness like there is a certain type that it does seem like A-Rod likes and potentially follows on Instagram, because a lot of people are talking about his social media presence. And it's like, okay, well, look at who he follows and look at the pictures he's liking and things like that. And it's like, okay, first of all, would just like to say
us on Instagram.
I was just about to say he does follow the both of us and can confirm have never had any relations with A-Rod in that way. So, but that's why I'm saying, like, people look at that as evidence and it's like, well, why is he following this person if he's not trying to hook up with her or whatever? Well, can confirm that is not the case with us. Well, but there's other women
us though.
Yes,
he works with Barstool.
He works with Barstool. There's a connection there. He's been on the show, so it's not like totally out of the blue and random.
Yes.
Madison LaCroix, that's random.
That's just random.
That's random. And girls saying, he's messaged one of my friends, or he's messaged. There's been a lot of stories like that this weekend. So I don't know. And then, Madison's sister had replied to someone on Instagram being like, who said, is it A-Rod or whatever? And she had said A-Rod's not married. So that was another thing, that they're kind of holding on to the married ex-MLB player, because they're like, well, A-Rod's not married, and technically he is not, but he seems married. Like, I feel like people assume he's married even though he technically isn't married.
Right. So, okay, maybe A-Rod didn't fuck Madison from Southern Charm, but why is A-Rod liking her pictures? Like, that's it's weird.
And then unliking
it's not
them.
weird to J-Lo, and then unliking them. That's another thing. Now, maybe it's not weird to J-Lo. Maybe J-Lo doesn't care whose pictures A-Rod's liking on Instagram, because she's J-Lo. Yeah. Why would she have to care about that sort of thing? We care about those things because we're not J-Lo. Right. And why? Can you picture J-Lo getting mad that A-Rod likes some girl's picture on Instagram? She's fucking J-Lo. She doesn't need to get pressed over that. Yeah. But we're gonna feel that way for J-Lo, because we don't understand why A-Rod's liking pictures of Madison from Southern Charm and then unliking them. A-Rod got himself involved in this when he didn't have to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if he didn't like her picture, his name probably wouldn't be involved in this. But he liked her picture and then unliked it. Mm-hmm. And we want A-Rod to be innocent, obviously. Mm-hmm. But we're just saying what the rumors are.
And us mere mortals cannot comprehend cheating on J-Lo. It just physically makes no sense. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So who knows? There's a lot of factor in here. I think there's a lot of other possibilities, but the way that Andy reacted in the reunion did seem like it was someone fairly high profile, but also I was just still confused with the way he reacted, because it did seem like he still had to explain to the other people in the group like who it was, and I don't know. So it could be someone else. It could not be. We really don't know. But all weekend long, A-Rod's name was certainly tied into this whole conversation, this whole drama. Let me tell you, Madison, I know that this has been a lot of drama for her, but just as far as getting her name out there, no one's talked about Madison more than the last 2 weeks. I believe like she's gained like 120,000 Instagram followers since the Jay Cutler stuff. Yes, it's up there. It's a high number.
Good for her. Yeah. Like that's what she needs. She's a reality star. She needs to get those numbers up. I don't know if she's doing it in the best way possible, but actually when you're a reality star, maybe is the best way possible.
Yeah, it's just, and we don't know Madison at all. We've just been reading everything everyone else has been posting, where it's people have sent submissions of like, she's so sweet. We met her before. She's so nice. Yeah, the whole thing that she's a very sweet girl. And there's just been caught up in all this, or maybe she's going back and forth with the wrong people. And Craig is screaming in her face like, you're fucking married men and yada. So I don't know. The drama on Southern Charm, the reunion absolutely blew up, felt very, very personal. And I mean, look, they had to bleep out names, bleep out shit. People were trying to like pause it and try and hear if they didn't fully bleep out the whole thing. I know some people were saying that they thought they saw Craig mouth A-Rod or just Rod, like that they just caught the end of him saying Rod. It's very hard to tell. I've watched the clip a billion times. It could be anything. He opens and closes his mouth. Like I'm not quite sure what sound came out of his mouth, because it's literally just like his mouth opens and closes.
You need a professional lip reader for that.
Yeah, I don't think that it was that easy to tell. People like, it's obvious. I was like, that doesn't seem too obvious to me, but who knows? It was a crazy weekend, and I can't imagine I don't know. We don't know what to think here. Once again, like what's going on with Southern Charm. I hope you all took Fran's homework assignment to heart over the weekend and watched Fate, the Winx Saga. We're going to talk about it. If you haven't watched yet, don't listen. I'll say it again. If you haven't watched yet, don't listen, because we are going to talk about the ending, all 6 episodes. Rhea watched it this weekend. It is a hot topic because I think, #1 trending show on Netflix. Everyone was talking about it. Rhea, what were your initial reactions to the show after you finished, or when you started? What did you think?
Well, okay, so let me be honest. I was with Hank. I came home to my apartment, and because Hank, he tested negative like a bunch of times this week. So safely back home now. Yep. And I did give him the option to pick between The Wilds and Fate. And listen, I was going to watch Fate no matter what by myself this weekend, but we were picking a show to watch together at that time. So I was like, okay, if he picks The Wilds, then I'll watch Fate alone. But if he picks Fate, awesome, then we'll just bang it out right here. He wanted nothing to do with The Wilds. He wanted everything to do with Fate. It was not even close. It was not even a little like back and forth. It was like, I want to watch the fairies. So I will say he was way more into the show than I was. And I was still into it, of course. But you love Harry Potter. And so I feel like it had a Harry Potter vibe. And that's what he was saying about it. Like, he loves Harry Potter, so he was really into it. And that's not usually the type of shows I really love, even though I don't dislike them. I just don't usually pick them out of a bunch. Yeah. So My initial reaction was just excited to see the different powers, the different fairies that everyone was, excited to figure out who was the mean girl, how was the main character going to get along with everybody, love interests, of course. Yeah, so I was excited right off the bat, but I was more into the romantic storylines than the magic.
Right. I was
still
love
into
magic.
it.
I love magic.
Yeah, you love magic. And I the thing about magic is just I just wish so badly that I could do it. So I get kind of jealous. Like I'm like, I can't even.
You're like, even real. God, why am I not a changeling?
Yeah, exactly. But I did find it very interesting. This sucks, and people are once again getting mad at me. I fell asleep during the finale, and I woke up. And I was like, what happened? And Hank was like, you fell asleep. Like, he was like so mad, but he finished it without me because he was like, I wasn't waiting. So
no, the end was juicy.
Yeah, it was juicy. I got it all explained to me, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was a quick series. It was 6 episodes. So I watched it in like one day and I found it enjoyable.
Yeah, it was definitely a quick, easy watch. Only 6 episodes. None of them were like longer than an hour. So it was simple. I think that
and my favorite character was Beatrix.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there.
So not shocking.
I know.
You just a total Beatrix.
I know.
So I really liked the plot was what I felt kept me into it because I was like, okay, I need to know who's bad and who's good here because the lines were so blurred you couldn't figure out who was bad and who was good or what was going on. And so I feel like that was what made me keep watching. The characters themselves, like the side characters, I almost like so much more. Bloom pissed me the fuck off like the whole time.
Really?
Not the whole time. And I definitely admired her determination. But when it got to the end and she was like blatantly making bad decisions, and I was like, okay, like now, come on, somebody shake some sense into her. She's Rosalind couldn't have been more evil. That woman just looked evil. Like you're trying to tell me you thought that lady wasn't evil. And even when they were in the stone circle and Rosalind was pulling all the power back in, I'm like, Bloom, open your eyes. This woman is not going to help you. Like it was a connection miss. And I also think that because it was only 6 episodes, I was hoping to get a little bit more of a Bloom Sky situation, but that didn't happen until the 5th episode. Like we had to deal with a lot of Sky Stella at the beginning, which was fine. I, create the backstory and whatnot, but the kiss didn't happen until, the 5th episode. And then she fucking drugged him. Like I was like, come on, one good moment. My sister was the one who had told me to watch because she loved it too. So I was sending her Snapchats and it was like, I sent her a Snapchat of myself being like, yes, they finally kissed. And then the next one was me being like, no, she drugged him.
I felt the same way. That's what I mean by like, I was so caught up in what was going to happen between the two of them, thinking Bloom and Sky were going to be like this power couple I was going to fall in love with. And that just didn't happen, which almost made me like it better because it wasn't so predictable in that way.
It wasn't totally romance
driven. That to happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So even though we wanted them to like have be this power couple, it was almost better that they were like, no.
Yeah. I agree with you. It definitely wasn't the main storyline, which I think was the point. The whole fairy family dynamic definitely was. I loved all of her sweet mates. I thought they were all great. Tara, I thought was really sweet. And I liked Musa?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked her a lot, and I liked her with the brother. That was really nice. And yeah, it just like fantasy world right up my alley. I felt like this was Vampire Diaries kind of meets Harry Potter. Like it was a little bit of in between where you get the magic, but also the teen angst as well. and it ended with such a good ending for a setup for another season, which is great because it was only 6 episodes. So you would hope that they would get another one, because you get Rosalind freaking snapping the headmistress's neck. Like, she's okay. She's dead. Sky's dad is back. The other guy is gone. I'm forgetting his name, but like the Stella's mom, the queen, is ready to friggin' overhaul the whole school. There's going to be a lot. It's like they're about to turn into some kind of military academy. So some big changes. And of course, I think you might have been asleep during this, but I cried at the end. Not at the headmistress dying, but Bloom bringing her friends back to meet her parents and all of them together got me emotional. I was like, why am I crying watching this? For the love of God.
No, it totally makes sense. That's an emotional moment.
It was by far the most emotional moment.
It was hard for Bloom at figuring out her family dynamic. So that was an emotional moment. I understand why you would cry at the end of that. And I do think it does set up for a second season, which should happen. Obviously, I think it will happen, because now this is something, shows like this, they get a cult following. You throw magic in the picture, people are all in. Think about it. Like you and Harry Potter, you love it. You're obsessed with it. Your whole life has been based off of Harry Potter. Like, you throw these fairies into the mix. People want to be fairies. I want to be a fairy. What would your power of choice be?
I don't know. It's hard. And I like the adaptation. It's cool. You know, Winx Club was a animated show that you watched on Nickelodeon. So they made this story from those characters, which is really cool, because it does remind me of a lot of the books, like the fantasy series I would read as a kid, like the Aragon type books and things like that. And that I really liked. I think that I would probably be a mind fairy. I don't think I have it in me to be, I think I would be a mind fairy, either mind or earth. I'm not fire, certainly not fire. You're fire, I'm not fire. But maybe I'm water. But no, I think my first choice would be mind fairy.
See, I would say mind fairy as well, but I know that, like, I could see myself spitting some fire out there.
Yeah.
Like, and just feel all of a sudden fire comes out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like you're a fire fairy.
Yeah.
I think you would have the, like, Bloom accidentally burns her entire family and life to the ground.
Yes, absolutely.
Because of not controlling your emotions.
Yeah, like getting so mad at my parents that I light them on fire and my mom gets third-degree burns. It sounds something that would happen if I had that ability to. Yeah,
and then you get shipped off to fairy school.
Yeah, and then I get shipped off to fairy school, and then I become the most powerful fairy out there. But yeah, it was a cool show. Definitely recommend watching it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of my other favorite parts of the show. I think the whole changeling thing was really interesting, because first of all, I didn't even know what that word means. Like, I don't know if you've ever watched the movie Changeling with Angelina Jolie. It's a good movie. I would recommend anybody to watch it. It's a pretty good movie. And I don't want to give too much away, but it now makes sense why that is the name of the movie. I never knew what that word meant, and it's all coming together now.
Yeah, it kept you interested enough where every episode you're like, well, then who the fuck are her parents? Like, it's like those parents are dead. And then it felt like another round of potential parents could have been dead, but now it's like, are they alive? Are they not alive? Who are they? So they definitely were able to continue it and keep people very interested in that way. And yeah, it was fun. It's magical. It's interesting. And I feel like the one thing, and it was also, you know, it was still very kid friendly. It was like the last scene when she gets her fire wings and she like is the music that they had going in the background. I was like, this music doesn't fit this moment. Like I get it, but now I feel like I'm watching Nickelodeon Winx Club and not like this show. It was, I don't know. It felt a little Sailor Moon like, which I love, like with the killer attack moments with the wings. It just felt very Sailor Moon-like, which is fantastic too. And I don't know, all around good fun. Looking forward to a second season.
Yeah, good fun. I will also throw in a suggestion. Let's switch up the intro. Needs a little more power.
You know what?
I feel like the intro was lacking.
I agree with you. They could have a little bit of a more powerful intro. But thank you, Netflix, for once again just giving us some good content, more cute boys, Sky, very dreamy, and with an accent. I gotta say, the accents certainly don't hurt.
Do you think, I'm not saying I think this, do you think he looks like Liam Hemsworth?
I do not.
Thank you. Neither do I.
They're both blonde.
Yeah.
Oh, is this Hank?
Yep. Yeah, you know. Hank thinks if you have the same hair color, then you look like that person. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Like, he does it so often. Oh my God, every character, he was like, that person looks like this. That person looks like this. I'm like, can they just be their own person? He doesn't look like Liam Hemsworth. He just has blonde hair and an accent. So you just think he's Liam Hemsworth? That's not how this works.
Yeah. The only similarity I see there is the blonde hair. I mean, they both have great bone structure, not really similar bone structure, but yeah, like Liam Hemsworth still has the very athletic looking vibe to him. And the actor who plays Sky has got that like sharp angle male model look, which is a little bit different, but once again, gifting us. Yeah, definitely gifting us with that. So thank you, Netflix. I'm sure there's tons of other ones that we can turn to next of some good teen dramas. Let me know if you've watched any good ones that you've liked recently.
Yeah, let us know. And also, Netflix, make a fucking season 2 of The Society. I'll say it every time we talk about a new Netflix show, because all these new shows are getting renewed for second seasons, but yet The Society, nope.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
I know.
Some bullshit.
Every time. It's just a damn shame. Oh.
That wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We hope that we get a little more drama this week, a little more action this week to bring on some good topics. We will talk to you guys on Wednesday for the Bachelor recap. Yes, Fran?
I just want to tease for the Bachelor recap. People are going to be excited.
People will be excited.
Don't want to say what is. It's going to be a surprise, but people are going to be pumped.
Yeah, they will be pumped for sure. Forgot about that. It's a big week. We got a big week of interviews. So that's exciting. And we will talk to you guys all on Wednesday. Have an amazing, lovely Monday. And if you're in New York, enjoy the snow.